Help support our coverage using Blueberry, the community that gives creators the ability to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get 30 days to try out the service using promo code Blueberry004. That's BLUBRRY004.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself and your company.
Sure. My name is Michael Okoye. I'm the CEO of Atom.
So tell me about Atom. What do you guys do and what you doing here at the show?
Yeah, so Atom stands for All Life Digital Asset Manager, and we developed this revolutionary app to answer the question, what happens to your digital assets when you die? So let's say, God forbid, I walk outside today and I get hit by a bus.
Which could happen.
It can definitely happen. So what would happen to all of the precious memories, the photos, videos, passwords, files that I have on my phone? They would all be gone. And the reason they'd be gone is because I haven't shared my password with anyone. And the reason I haven't shared my password with anyone is because I don't necessarily want to, because I don't want them to have access to everything I've ever had on my phone. I don't know if you've ever heard of the joke, delete my browser history if I die. You know, there's always some truth behind jokes.
That's right.
This is exactly why we developed Atom. It allows you to securely pass on, your photos, videos, passwords, any important digital assets to whomever you want to have access to them when you want them to have access to it with two things. So we've actually patented the executor key and the release timer. And the way those two things work is, let's say you create an Atom account, you want me to be your executor. As soon as you create an Atom account, you're given the executor key. This is a 32-digit alphanumeric code that you would then give to me to access your account. We paired this with the release timer, which prevents people from backdooring your account while you're still around. So let's say I'm very curious to see what you have in your Atom account while you're still around. If I try and enter that executor key into the executor portal, it'll notify you, letting you know someone's trying to access it. It's going to say, hey, someone's trying to access it. Obviously, you're still around, so you don't want that to happen. But let's say you were gone. I would then enter the executor key, and the release timer would then start. Let's say you set the release timer for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. After 2 weeks or 3 weeks is up, I would then gain access to everything in your Atom account.
So on the Atom account, then, do I set prerequisites of what I want to happen when the executor key is issued and before they get access? So let's say let's delete browser history. Let's delete secret folder number 82 or whatever it may be. Do you have the ability to set prerequisites of what happens and what people get access to?
Yeah, so the way Atom works is you manually upload, specific photos. You manually upload, specific passwords, files, whatever they may be, to the Atom account that you want people to have access to. So we don't necessarily want people dumping in all of their photos. We only want them to put in the special ones and the ones that actually matter. Recently, I had someone pass away in my family, and we did have the password to their phone, but as soon as we entered their phone, there was like 40,000 photos, there's like 1,200 videos, and we had to sift through all of this stuff. There's random photos of food or shoes, stuff that didn't really matter to us.
Right.
So, with Atom, you're supposed to upload only the personal and important things that you want people to have access to make their jobs easier when you're gone as well.
It's interesting because I was in the Navy for 25 years, and before I went off to Iraq and Afghanistan, because I was not on a ship, I flew, is I made a death doc.
Okay.
And it was an envelope, and it was basically given to my mother to not open unless, and guess what it had in there? It had account numbers, passwords, all those things that, what you're talking about here, that she would have had to be able to access. And, I think this is true, too, is oftentimes people don't think about what's in their phone. There could be insurance documents. There could be a whole plethora of stuff in computers that someone that's trying to either get money from an insurance company or whatever will need. So with your guys' service, you can put all those important documents in there so they have digital access to them. The other stuff, if they have the password to the phone, great, they can go through that later. But the critical stuff they can get in Atom.
It's supposed to make it way easier after you're gone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So once they get access to whatever's in the account, they have the ability to bulk download all that? How does that work?
Yeah, so you can download it to your phone or your computer, but it gives you the option to download everything.
That's interesting. So tell me about the types of data people are putting in your service. What's the gambit?
Yeah, no, anything super important. So again, like precious memories you have with your spouse. If you're running a business with someone, you can put important business documents in there, business plans, passwords. A lot of the crypto guys, they write all of their crypto keys on a sticky note. they don't necessarily have to put the crypto key in Atom, but they can at least let people know where that sticky note is, right?
Yeah, so, we hear about companies being hacked every day. I do a news show twice a week, and there's always 2 or 3 companies that you've heard had something happen. So let's talk to me about encryption. What do you guys do for encryption of the data?
So we use AWS. I'm sure everyone's very familiar with AWS. We leave all of the hard work to them.
Yep.
So we can't see anything that people are uploading onto their Atom account. We don't even know, anything at all, right? And we leave that with AWS. They're a huge company.
Yep.
They deal with all the big companies. So we have faith in them that everything would be secure.
So is the data actually encrypted, or is it stored at rest unencrypted?
It's encrypted, and it's stored,
So it's stored at rest encrypted?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the executor key, is that tied strictly to the account? Then it unlocks the AWS? How does that work?
Yeah, correct. So everything is actually stored in a cloud-based server, right? So as soon as someone enters the executor key into the executor portal, they would have access to everything that was in that person's Atom account.
Yeah, I think from my perspective is, if I'm coming to your website, security is going to be the thing I'm going to be looking at.
Yep.
And so I'm sure within the website you have a full description on how all this, because you're going to put up there the most important documents.
Yes.
And the most important memories. And so if obviously someone's going to try to get the documents. They may not care about the memories. So I think from my standpoint, that's what I'd be worth. So what does this cost, and where can people find more information about it?
So good news, we're actually free.
Well, how do you Okay, hold up. What's the business model on free?
Great question. So we limit the amount of photos and videos and files that you can upload on the free version. We run advertising as well on the free version.
Okay.
If you want to have more storage and not see any ads, then you can pay $5.95 per month.
Okay.
We also have a yearly subscription, which would be $49.99, or a lifetime subscription, which would be $299.99.
$299 for a lifetime.
For a lifetime, yep.
So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
That's decent offering, I think.
Yes.
But otherwise, you can go on the free model, or it can be on the paid model.
Correct.
So either one.
Yeah.
What's the website?
It's atom.io.
Atom.io?
atomapp.io.
Atomapp.io.
Yes.
And, of course, you can find the app on the App Store?
Yep.
Android, iOS?
Yes. Yeah, Android, iOS. We have LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Follow us on all the social media. We'll be doing regular updates there. And, yeah.
Very, very cool. So secure your stuff, folks, or in worst case scenario, have a death dock like I had. So, Adam, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much
All
for
right,
having me.
Take care.
The Tech Podcast Network CES 2024 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz, Clinton Millsap, Sergio Velasquez, and Terry Willingham. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Bain, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, and Christopher Jordan. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network broadcast, copyright 2024.